Give me 30 seconds of your undivided attention. What's up, everyone? Coach Tony from Bomvec Strength, and today I'm going to talk about the concept of 30 seconds of undivided attention and why it's so important and such a common trait among high-level lifters and high-level athletes, and how you can use it to help improve your training results. Now, we often think that the best lifters, the most successful athletes, the most successful people are people who are able to stay focused all the time. And in my experience, that's actually not true. The ones who do the best are the ones who are actually able to laser in their focus for very short periods of time and then kind of relax, withdraw, and kind of get out of that zone, so to speak, which helps them kind of be more intense in those periods of focus so they can get better results. And what's the ongoing joke about powerlifting, about strength training? What do powerlifters do? They rest a lot in between sets. They take a nap. They take 10 minutes in between sets of one, but the best lifters that I have ever trained with, the strongest people I've ever trained with, the best athletes I've ever played with are usually the ones who are the most loose and kind of having fun and joking around and making fun of each other and poking fun at everybody around them in between sets, or in between, in baseball, it was in between swings in the batting cage or in between innings in the dugout, whatever. They're not kind of white knuckle tight all the time. The people who do that are focused all the time are the ones who actually usually perform the worst. They tend to deal with performance anxiety. They tend to kind of be too tight to do their best, and they let the moment kind of get too big for them. The ones who succeed are the ones who are able to kind of do that sort of interval training, but for focus, where, when they're not lifting, when they're not on the platform, when they're not in the batter's box, when it's not their time to perform, they are loose. They are relaxed, they are enjoying themselves. And then when it's their time to perform, when it's their time to step up to the bar and squat, when it's their turn to get into the batter's box and hit, when it's their turn to step on the mound and pitch, they are able to dial it in. And for 30 seconds at a time, they are so focused and they are so intense, and they're able to just execute on what they need to do. And then when that set is over, when that at bat is over, they're able to step back, breathe, relax, and let the moment go. And whether you did well or whether you did poorly, it's important to let the moment go, because you can't control what you've done in the past. You can only control what's next. So if you had a bad set, if you are in a powerlifting competition and your attempt did not go as well as you wanted it to, and you dwell on it and you carry the mental weight literally into your next attempt, it's like trying to lift 2 barbells, and nobody can lift 2 barbells. So it's important to learn to have that 30 seconds of focus at a time, and then back out, let it go, and relax. Because you can't lift 2 barbells at once. You can't let the past influence your mental approach for the future. You got to be able to let it go, flush it. We would often say in baseball, like you're flushing, your bad at bat or your bad inning down the toilet, because it's not going to affect you next time around. Another side of the 30 seconds of undivided attention is kind of just within the general day-to-day training sessions of being able to shut out the world for 30 seconds at a time in order to do your set. I think it's entirely unreasonable and unnecessary to completely block out the world for an entire training session. I, as a business owner who lifts in my place of business, am especially bad at this. It's very hard for me to completely put away business during the entire time that I'm training. Often in between sets, I'll be checking emails, I will be replying to clients who have reached out, I will be planning content for the day, I'll be texting with my wife, figuring out what we're gonna make the kids for dinner. It's hard to shut it all off entirely, and probably unrealistic and probably unnecessary. We live in a world of connectedness where the time to respond to people who are reaching out to us is expected to get shorter and shorter and shorter. Now, should you be on your phone scrolling throughout your entire training session? Absolutely not. But you've got to be able to block out the world for 30 seconds at a time. When it comes time to do your set, everything else goes out the window. Laser focus, 30 seconds, hit it hard, execute on the set, focus on exactly what you need to focus on, and then back out. Relax, chill, let your mind go elsewhere until it's time to do that. And you just repeat that process over and over and over again. So it's this really delicate balance between being intensely focused and relaxed and loose, and you just go back and forth. It's interval training for your mind. And in my experience, the best lifters and the best athletes have been the ones who have been able to give really intense focus for 30 seconds at a time, and then have fun and be loose and relaxed the rest of the time. So if you're having a hard time kind of executing, dialing in, and getting focused, remember, all you need is to just do it for 30 seconds at a time.